They call it the city that never sleeps. The city of dreams. The Big Apple. The crossroads of the world. It's said that if you can make it there, you could make it anywhere. So they come, from across the globe with bags full of hopes and dreams, and the city welcomes them. But dreams are rarely what they are believed to be, for while the city may never sleep, still, night falls. And it is in the night that the children of Cain wake and play out the masquerade in my city. Beware, children, lest ye fall.
Hello everyone! Welcome to another session of Vampire Nightfall, our Vampire the Masquerade campaign. I am Simon at Wandering DM. Today I'll be playing Sid Zimmerman, the Gangrel private detective, and one half of the Vamp Dads. Before we move on to the rest of the cast, so that they can introduce themselves, I just want to say that this stream, like all of our streams here at Wandering DM, is sponsored by Mage & Press. You can go to their store at store.mageandpress.com, use code WanderingDM to get 15% off of anything that you purchase amongst their collection of books and supplements for 5th edition, like brand new classes, or new spells, or the Book of Fae, if you're interested in the Feywild and all of that. Taverns and Tankards, for those moments in your games where your players need to unwind after a rough adventure. Or Dark Matter D&D in Space, that we also play here every Tuesday night. Let's go around the table. And I don't know why I paused. I was going to say something clever and it slipped. So let's go and meet the rest of the cast. The other half of the Vamp Dads. Scott, how are you today?
Doing fantastic as always. Thank you for having me. I will be playing Alexander Erickson, the other half. Some may say the better half of the Vamp Dads. The less violent half, let's put it that way.
The less good-looking half. And we have our adopted children. Amongst them, the one that we call our gremlin stepchild.
I only slightly resent that.
But he is wonderful out of character.
I'm Quentin in real life. I'm going to be playing Herschel Akers, and I'm super excited to see Simon go punchy fists with his I don't know, his dad?
Why do you all expect, like, we're in Elysium, we shouldn't be fighting.
No, but you're going to step outside and then you're going to be like, I'm so upset at you. And then it's just going to happen.
Oh, yeah, probably.
In Elysium, not going to fight. Let's be real.
And this last person going ham with the air quotes is our art daughter.
Hello, everyone. You know me as Alexander Slavelton in real life, or the great Auden St. James, the superior child, the better child. Hashtag art daughter.
And this story and the shenanigans that we go through as a family would not be possible without a storyteller. And we have with us Deirdre. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing well. Welcome back to another Saturday as we delve into the dark of night in New York. It's been an interesting, couple 24 hours almost by this point. There was a Herschel discovered that his lost love is still interested. We discovered that there's another Ventrue in town looking for a missing Malkavian and possibly wanting to have a very private, possibly violent conversation with one Eckhard Stein, the sire of Sid Zimmerman. We had a challenge on the floor of Elysium in the Starlight Ballroom of the Waldorf Astoria for the entertainment of the prince and the Primogen Council. Sid wasn't much of a challenge for you now, was it? I believe in the end, you removed the gentleman's lower mandible, and left him scarred permanently on the floor of as his friends, associates, who knows, among kindred, carried him out. There was a conversation about an introduction between Cassie Brenner, Ventrue, and Sid looking for this missing Malkavian. There was a slight pressure put upon certain people as a number of gangrel, all related to Eckhard, started approaching Sid. Some people forgot that they were in Elysium and thought that they should run, and therefore climbed up to the second floor balcony and to the Brujah Primogen's box. Sid didn't, but Sid, however, discovered that a woman without, indistinct, distorted features, who was sitting in the Tremere Primogen's box, had a certain amount of power over him, and when she asked for his company, he could not deny. Also discovered that the Primogen Larissa Weissman of the Tremere was very deferential to this woman. A conversation was had between Sid and Alexander and this woman, and, they might know what her name is. One Francesca Maselli. But they can't say that. And Francesca Maselli seems to think that Sid and, like Eckhard, are her dogs, or at least among some of them, and that they should do work for her. And Sid has agreed to find the missing CPAs. We left off with this private meeting in the Primogen's box at Elysium. While out in the hall, Cassie Brenner had walked down to the Malkavians and left a message with Herschel to tell Sid and Alex that she was going to have a conversation with them and see what information she could find about Bobby Cleash, the missing Malkavian. And apparently that led to an extensive conversation
that she's still working her way through. I mean, it's a conversation with the Malkavian Primogen. It could go for a while. But we're going to pick up with Auden. You watched Sid. By the way, content warning, this is a Vampire the Masquerade game. There's a lot of blood, and when Sid starts killing people, there's a lot of gore. You watched Sid soundly trounce and humiliate this Bruja on the dance floor from the company of one Francisco Ruiz, one of the harpies from Manhattan, a charming half Puerto Rican, half Dominican vampire, Toreador of your acquaintance. And then you watched as there was a couple conversations, some parties at a bar, Alexander and this other woman that you've never really met before running into the middle of the dance floor and jumping up and climbing into the Bruja Primogen's box. Sid randomly getting up without any instruction and walking out. And now it's about maybe 10 minutes that they've been gone. You see now Sid and Alexander in the Tremere's Primogen's box. What would you like to do?
Well, I'm definitely going to turn to Francisco and say, well, this has been a fun time, hasn't it? I think I need to go check on the dads. And I am definitely going to go to that box. But I'm not going to climb up like a heathen. I'm going to appropriately take stairs that are needed.
I mean, there are plenty of stairs. Could you roll me a perception alertness?
We're starting hard, so yes.
As the band plays Latin music and some people seem to be dancing.
Perception, alertness, normal difficulty.
Mm-hmm.
We have one success.
You can't quite make out the features of the individual that Alexander and Sid are talking to. You can recognize that she's a woman. Something tickles at the back of your mind that you should recognize her, but there's nothing. You're just like, no, I don't really see it. You would also recognize that there is a gentleman staring at you very intently.
And do I recognize this gentleman?
No, you wouldn't recognize the gentleman. He is a taller, vaguely Persian, maybe Iranian, with a long fitted coat with a very Eastern style, kind of hangs almost to his knees. Dark leather trousers and knee-high boots in black. But he seems to be staring at you very intently.
Auden's gonna flip her hair and just keep going.
Okay.
No wink.
Nope, no wink. But she's also not going to make any more eye contact because she's trying to play a little bit hard to get. She figures he's already invested.
Play hard to get. Approaching upstairs, you'd see someone standing in the hallway. Looks like kind of a Nosferatu, but no one you've ever met before.
I'm like going to look like I'm checking my phone and take a photo and ask Herschel, is this you? I know it's not, but I'm still going to do it.
Herschel, what do you answer when your phone buzzes and Auden sent you a picture of someone who is not you, but is you?
I text back, totally not.
Auden's going to text back, yeah, they look a little more put together, if you know what I mean.
I hold down shift and just send a whole bunch of like random stuff.
I love the sibling arguments between Art daughter and Gremlin stepson. It makes my day. Alex and Sid, you were dismissed from the box, and Eckhard has opened the door to escort you out. What do you do?
Well,
Well.
I'm waiting for Sid to make the first move out. I'm trying to make sure that he's regained all of his own functions, that it's not somebody else puppeteering him.
Have I?
Yeah, she only called you to her. For mechanical purposes, it was basically a blood summons.
Okay.
You didn't. She wasn't forcing you to do anything other than come to her. And now, not say her name.
Yeah, don't say Franny's name.
You can't say any portion of her name.
What? Any portion of her name?
Nope. You can't connect that person with that person.
But I know who that person is.
You do. But you cannot say Franny, Francesca, Maselli in any combination together to tell someone who that is.
I'll see you soon, Pedro. And I walk out the door.
And I'll leave behind Sid.
Eckhard kind of, as you walk by him and he closes the door, just kind of grunts and snorts at you, Sid, and gives you this look of like you're not even worth him talking to as he slams the door behind you.
You know what? One day I'm gonna kill.
I would say today's just fine day as any.
Not in Elysium.
Well, obviously not. I'm amazed at... And you can kind of see the hesitation in trying to say the name that he's not allowed to say.
Mm-hmm.
I'm amazed that she's even getting away with what she's doing here.
Well, she's also on my list.
Oh, she's definitely on my list.
You would come out of this box to see Auden kind of looking around, almost like she's looking for you. Larissa Weissman has left at this point, and there's some other random vampire, Nosferatu, you've never met before, standing in the hallway.
Auden.
Yep. Yes. Sorry, I was sending a tweet.
We're leaving.
Already? Oh no.
Your friend here has to stay. When Nosferatu's enough.
No,
Oh.
Alexander, it's totally me.
I knew it.
No, you didn't.
Can
I
you
did-
do this all the time?
Yeah, I really can.
This is an improvement.
From my normal pretty face?
Yeah, sure.
You're more what they call homely. Does that make sense? You're a homebody.
I look better at home?
No, not what I meant. But it's all right.
Should I be offended right now?
No, not at all. And she's just like making fun of him on Twitter, just subtweet after subtweet. Hashtagging them all sibling love.
And I'm texting the driver. Like, have the car ready. We're leaving.
So what happened in there?
Oh, Tremere shit, blood magic, and all that fantastic business.
Isn't that like not allowed in here?
You'd think.
Something's going on. Something's not right.
Oh, it all revolves around Timothy.
Sorry, who?
Michael. Carolina.
The Italian woman from the shop
The
over on Fifth.
dressmaker.
Yeah.
Oh,
A dressmaker is behind all this?
yeah.
Yeah. Pretty much.
So-
That seems super weird. Like,
Wait.
did you try on dresses in there? Is that why you're being so weird?
Herschel. Wait, like, and Auden kind of pulls on her clothes like this.
Yes. So, probably wouldn't be a bad idea to have Rebecca check your outfits for any kind of wards.
I wish I would have thought of that before I put all of this on.
Probably not a bad idea.
I guess, and I'm gonna immediately text Rebecca and be like, can you come over in a little bit? It's a fashion emergency.
All right. Sure. Like 20 minutes?
Are we gonna be home in 20 minutes? Where's your driver?
Assuming he's waiting for us.
If there's an MVP of this campaign, it's that driver.
Really is.
Truly.
I mean, he might get upgraded to ghoul status at some point. But the driver has already texted back that he will be there that he's waiting for you. He never really left. He just parked. He was while slightly older and more Russian or at least Eastern European, definitely kind of picture the driver from Die Hard, the original movie. Sitting in the car, waiting, but plotting and paying attention to things as they come.
Yippee-ki-yay.
Yes. Sid, as you're walking out, could you roll me perception alertness?
Yes. Let me open my sheet.
As you look around, Sid, there are 30 gangrel just surrounding you.
Oh, cool. Difficulty 6?
Standard, no problems.
Bunch of successes. Yeah, like 6 successes.
You notice that the gangrel who were walking around the room and stalking you earlier are not present. You notice that Larissa Weissman is having apparently a very pleasant conversation with Pathma, the Toreador Primogen, in the Toreador Primogen's box. Excuse me. Patma being a tall Vietnamese woman, very fashionable, long dark hair that she keeps pinned up, almost always, very kind of severe look, a long traditional overshirt and leggings look, very Vietnamese traditional attire. You would also kind of see the look on her face is slightly like, why are you here, Larissa? But okay, I'll go with it for now. You would notice that the lights have dimmed in the Tremere box that you were just left. The Brujah Primogen apparently is drinking quite a bit. The Malkavian Primogen has left the box and seems to not be present at all. There is someone seated next to the prince at the moment that you would recognize. Sophia de Varenos is seated on the stage next to the prince, seeming to have a very pleasant conversation, the two of them. And you would notice a young Persian, maybe Iranian gentleman, long dark coat, about knee length, fitted leather trousers, almost leggings, very tight, knee-high boots, staring very intently at Auden. And you would know him to be basically Nate Liang's second, one of the gangrels that actually likes politics, sort of, in a general sense. He seems to treat it as another type of hunt, another search, and ferret out lies and ways of dealing with. Likes to deal with problems in almost a violent and abrupt manner as you.
Hey, Sid, you know that guy?
I happen to, yeah, a bit.
Is he tell me, what's his deal? What's the situation there?
Tell me about his baggage.
All of it, please.
He's into politics.
Unfortunate.
Boring.
I'm still gonna twirl her hair a little bit, not look at him, but still be very aware of him. Interesting. What else can you tell me about him? Anything I can Google.
I don't know much about him aside from that he's from the clan.
Do you know his Instagram account?
Thank you, Herschel. A name would be helpful as well.
Kabar Kianan.
And Auden starts doing her usual cyber stalking of people, and she finds interesting. Huh. So, any idea why he is so just staring at us right now?
I don't think it's so much us as it is you.
This is a good suit. From our... She who will not be named. Is that what we're going with now? Does she have to be Voldemort? Can we just call her Voldemort?
You should be fine. It's Sid and I that can't.
Yeah.
Although, is it a proximity thing or is it actually on us?
I was just trying to be respectful to both of you since you're struggling to say, Franny.
Yeah.
Again, Tremere, blood magic, standard shit for them.
Well,
wait, what name was that, Auden?
and she's just like, it's Voldemort. Didn't you know? She's like, no, I said Franny. Why?
No reason, just checking.
Herschel, do you blush often? Because if you were had the ability to, I think you'd be blushing.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Huh. And she just she texts Herschel, "Is this your girlfriend?" Question mark, question mark, question mark. Thinking emoji.
Text back, I don't have one.
Sorry. She texts back, sorry, you're whatever the Nosferatu call a friend with benefits.
the I'll say the meeting that I had was with a human.
That's one way to play with your dinner before you eat it. And then she just texts a link to Careless Whisper. And like 8 winky emojis.
Just gonna put my phone away.
Hey, Auden.
Yeah.
Could you roll me perception performance? Or perception, perception performance.
Okay.
Or perception expression, actually. That could
Oh,
work, too.
well, I just rolled performance. Hold on. Let me change it.
I think the numbers are the same, actually.
3
Got it.
successes with expression. And
And a 10 to reroll.
And another success.
You know that Herschel is lying about at least 2 things that he's just told you. And yeah, 2. At least 2.
At least 2.
At least 2. And you know that he started very awkwardly when you said the name Franny. And it was less blushing and more shocked and slightly paler than he normally is.
I think she's gonna sit on the information for now, but she's very like suspicious.
As you walk out, Alex would get a text message.
I'll check my phone. Who's it from?
The prince.
And
Whoa.
There will be a deposit in your bank account. I was much entertained.
Shrug
Thank you.
emoji.
No shrug emoji. Not with the prince. No. Bad.
Oh my god,
Bad
that would be so
Herschel.
bad.
And I'll just reply back, thank you. We aim to please. You have my information. And thank you for the wonderful evening.
Oh, and tell that very entertaining gangrel I look forward to seeing him perform again.
I will.
As you're walking out the door, I have a very vitally important question.
Oh, no.
Sid, did you ever pick up your other suit? Because right now you're still walking around in harem pants and a cloth belt with a dagger in it.
Yeah, why should I change?
Good. You're still covered halfway in blood, but you know.
It was, just modern art performance.
As I realize that I'm covered in blood and probably not necessarily a breach of the masquerade, but something close.
Not a breach.
I'll use Protean to turn into a black wolf. Just a big dog.
Aw, puppers.
And I'll go shed all over Alex's car.
It's not my car. It's the rental car. It's the driver service. It's not mine. They're paid to clean them. I mean, there is also a change of clothes for you in the car. I made sure that we have changes of clothes in the car because you like to end up covered in blood.
Woof.
As you leave the Elysium, the sounds of the Latin music fade. You enter the car that's waiting for you to take you back downtown. Where would you like to go? Unless there's somewhere else you'd like to go. Well, no, Rebecca did say she'd be there in 20 minutes, so.
So back to the brownstone.
Back to the brownstone.
And as we're driving home, I'm gonna speak with Sid, who is, I'm assuming, still in wolf form, so you can just listen. But apparently, you made quite the impression with the prince. She sounds like she's expecting you to put on another performance at a later date.
I wag my tail.
Thought that would make you happy. We need to discuss this blood thing with... I'm assuming, are we allowed to say her name now that we're nowhere near? We just can't say her name at all. Oh my god. All right, Rebecca's got to fix that because I want to murder this woman.
Did you say that out loud?
No, that was more for me. But, and noticeably getting more frustrated now that it's not a proximity thing, that we can't say the word or name or some combination thereof. Yeah, we definitely need to figure out what the hell is going on with this woman.
So Sid's sire was in there too, wasn't he?
Yeah, I figure Cassie and Sid have enough business there. I'm not going to intervene. If they want to destroy him, then far be it for me to intervene.
And he was under the blood magic too?
Seems to be something with his blood, which Sid unfortunately shares.
So why did they have to go into the room? Did they need something from them, or?
That woman appears to think she has Eckerd and Sid on a leash.
Mm-hmm. And what did she want with the leash?
There's something going on with the Tremere finances, and they want us to find those 2 CPAs that are missing.
I look around like, are we going to?
Maybe. They didn't say we had to find them alive, did they?
What expression does the dog make?
I shake my head.
Exactly.
So we have to find the accountants?
It would seem so.
Or what happens if we don't?
Who knows what the Tremere can do?
Are we scared? Should we... Is this like priority 1, or is this on the back burner?
The Tremere are an inconvenience, I'll give you that. Scared? No. I mean, I've lived this long. What's a little while longer? We do need to figure out whatever we can find out about this Jacob and Mikhail. Couple of assholes.
Do we have names of the CPAs or anything?
Yeah. There's one Cohen, one Spiegler.
All right. Well, when we get back, I can try looking for them.
I figured. That's the office we went by, and the place was trashed and had Tremere written all over it, but
So who would mess with the Tremere in such a way, and why?
that I'm not sure of. Probably gonna have to dig into those tax records and see if there's something in there they don't want someone to see. And then I'm going to text Elizabeth and ask her to bring the copies by the brownstone.
Of course, sir. Right away. Your car pulls up not 3 minutes later. You see, as you get out, Rebecca sitting on your stoop, flipping through her phone. Kind of jeans and a hoodie kind of night. Or actually, more accurately, leggings and a hoodie and some cute boots.
Rebecca, thank you so much for coming.
Well, you already owe me like plenty. Well, actually, Alex owes me plenty at this point. Sid owes me a little bit. I'm happy to do anything that I can do for you all.
Don't we know it? She takes. Auden's gonna take the jacket off. She's like, I think you need to take a look at these clothes that I just got.
All right.
Mostly,
Looks good.
yeah, thanks. They fit great. I'm a little worried that there might be warded or something. They kind of came from a nefarious source, so.
Nefarious sources? Those are actually kind of fun.
Come here.
Well, oh, fuck them.
Yeah, exactly.
Why is Sid a dog?
Once we get home, I shift back into myself.
Okay.
Oh, I liked having a dog around. Can we get a puppy?
Are you gonna?
I'm kidding. None of us can take care of a dog. What are we talking about?
Yeah.
That, and I'm almost 90% sure that like Herschel would scare the crap out of it.
Herschel scares everything, except for this girlfriend he seems to have.
Nope. Don't have one of those. Can you unlock the door, please?
She looks at Rebecca. She's like, Herschel's got a little side piece, which makes it sound like he has a front piece. Anyway, Herschel's up to something. Everybody's got their kinks. I ain't kink shaming, but you know, Nosferatu's not my style.
I assume by this point, Alex has opened the door and escorted you all inside. The driver has driven off. Sid, with your acute hearing, you probably hear some muttering in Russian as he goes.
I think he's not happy I was in the car.
It's fine.
So I'm looking at clothes, and Tremere and Herschel's got a girlfriend, and Sid is like half dressed and bloody. I'm sure you have a story about tonight.
Oh, I'm sure. I live tweeted most of the fight. So.
Oh, okay. Well, I haven't been on Twitter. I've been like decompressing and connecting, and then there was like a meditation thing. It was okay, but like the person who was running it was such a bore. Oh my god, you would not believe.
Oh, I believe. You just check the feed when you get a chance.
Always do.
Great moment. Anyway, Auden's gonna run upstairs and get the other outfit.
In addition to the wards that may or may not be on Auden's clothing, Sid and can I write it down?
You can try.
Oh God!
You
No,
can roll
that's
me
the last thing I need.
You can roll me manipulation occult -1 if you want.
No, I don't want to, because I'm liable to burst into flames or something. The woman we got the suits from.
Okay, who's that?
That's where the problem lies. We can't say her name.
Time to play charades.
There would be a label on the clothes, I assume, right? And it's not like Auden can't say the name.
No, Auden
Right.
can say
Auden
it as soon as she comes in. As soon as she
so
comes in.
when she comes back, I'm going to ask her. I need you to tell her who made the clothes.
Francesca Maselli. is her name.
Alex and Sid can roll me perception alertness.
Oh wow, none at all.
Oh no.
It's not a bunch, but none at all.
2 successes.
Alex, Sid, you're kind of, I'm assuming, getting cleaned up and trying to clean some dried blood off of you at this point, making sure that you don't make a bigger mess, and are kind of staring intently at Auden as you are slightly protective of the younger members of your household. Alex, glancing around, you would see that Herschel kind of starts at that name and then pulls a Herschel and tries to look like he's not paying attention.
Herschel, is there anything you know about? And I'll just kind of,
Nope. Nope, nothing.
Well, I can tell you that she's a really good designer. Like, these are cute.
Thanks. I'm a little concerned there might be something, not quite right with them.
All right. Is there something, like, in particular you're concerned with? I mean, I can do the whole thing, but it's going to take a while.
It might be worth it, though. It sounds like potentially we have an enemy more than normal.
Would like to take the clothes back to your shop and do what you need to do to see if there's anything on them. But in the meantime, something with whatever the hell Sid and I have wrong with us.
I'm going to need a goblet, some salt, and olive oil, and a knife.
I guess this is all stuff we have.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see why we wouldn't have those things.
Well, I mean, olive oil we don't really need.
Yeah, but you have a full knife set, so that was just a little weird.
I mean, I can eat normal food.
Elizabeth and Dolly are here from time to time. They have to eat real things.
I still can. Sometimes you want French fries. It happens.
Are you at least, like, having good French fries or, like, crappy French fries?
Good French fries. What do I look like? A heathen?
Well, there was
I'm
somebody...
not a Herschel. I know how to eat.
Well, there was somebody I was talking to, like, the other day, and they were from, like, Brooklyn and whatever, and they were talking about how the best thing that they'd ever had were these cauliflower impersonations of French fries. I was like, I'm sorry, no. You could fry a cauliflower, but it is not a potato fried in peanut oil, and therefore the best French fry in the world.
That Auden kind of shifts a little. She's like, yeah, no, I totally agree.
Okay, good. So it's just in your kitchen? I'll be right back. Don't mind me. I'm just pulling apart your kitchen again.
All right.
We have a kitchen.
Yeah, you know there are other rooms than the basement in this house.
I mean, yeah, I totally knew that.
I hope there's nothing wrong with these clothes, but apparently this Franny is kind of a piece of work.
Yeah, Auden, could I speak to you alone in the basement for a hot second?
Sure. She's just like a little uncomfortable with it.
Or whichever room you prefer. I guess it doesn't have to be the sweet basement.
No, it's fine. It's fine. We'll get down to the basement. She's gonna like look at Alexander and be like, "Oh my god, what the hell is going on?"
So, yeah. So as we get down there, it's like, I have a friend who, yeah. So like back in the day, he had a friend, and then he like blew off the friend because he thought like vampires are super cool, and then she reaches out to my friend like 10 years later, and it's a giant coincidence that she might be like a blood witch or something, or she has an identical twin. What should he do?
Herschel, are you telling me that
No.
your friend was involved with Francesca Micelli, the designer, who is now a blood witch? How did you even... How? I have how did they meet? What did she see in him?
Well, my
What the hell?
my friend back in the day, he's a vampire now. He was
Oh, I figure that much.
he was super cool, you see, and he actually blew her off so he could pursue his hobbies.
Mm.
And then now she's reached out like 10 years later, and stuff is happening.
Or it's your friend is doing... Oh my god. My head is gonna explode.
Yeah, it's a real big problem for him.
No shit, because now it's probably a problem for his other friends. Like, she just kind of gestures vaguely.
No, totally. He doesn't even know you guys.
She's just... Herschel,
Yeah.
how much has your friend told her about what he does exactly and his connection to perhaps this house and all of the other things that we're dealing with right now, including a human heart that showed up?
Wait, there's a human heart?
Shit, I forgot you didn't know about that.
Can I see it?
No, it's gone. We took care of it. Oh my god, Herschel.
What?
Oh my god.
This totally isn't me, all right? It's my friend. So, and he's just kind of wondering,
it's
like,
your friend.
what to do. They actually have a half date set up Monday. What should he wear?
I'm not even sure he should go on this date in the first place, except for to get information.
But what if my friend still really likes this woman, and what if she does have a twin and she's a human and everything's totally okay?
I mean,
Even though she didn't have a twin like 10 years ago.
where is this date happening?
Deirdre, could you help me out on that?
She said she would text you and that you probably would meet. She mentioned the deli on 29th, but she hasn't given you a hard location.
It's still to be determined for my friend.
So probably a little more business casual then. So are you trying to... Is your friend trying to impress her, or what does he want out of this?
I mean, yeah, but the last time he probably didn't dress super good, so he is trying to make it seem like he's doing okay, and maybe trying to impress her a little bit.
Oh. I think I can help you out.
My friend.
Yes, sorry. I can help your friend out. I think I might be able to pull something together fashion-wise. But also, like, do you think your friend could maybe get a little more information about what's going on with, what she's done to Sid and Alex, or what she wants, or who the hell these CPAs are? Just, do you think you could get anything out of your friend?
No. I mean,
Oh my God.
maybe.
Oh my God, what is the point of this if you're not gonna? Oh my God.
All right, so I'm gonna. The friend is me.
I know, Herschel. I know. Oh my God. I just can you explain to me how it is that you and one of the premier designers in all of the world had a thing at some point and your decision was to blow her off? How? Just, oh my God.
So I used to be into alternate truths, let's say. And I was chasing a lead that vampires might be real. And then it turned out to be true. And before I could let people know, they turned me, and I was kind of stuck with the information. Because I really don't want to die, so I didn't want to tell everybody vampires are real when I was a vampire anymore.
Yeah, understandable.
And then I was a vampire and she wasn't, so I
Well, she's very clearly one now, or something.
Yeah, do you think that helps my odds?
Of getting back together with her? I mean, she's kind of ruining our lives right now. Do you really want to go down that road?
Do you want the truth, or do you want me to lie?
I think you should tell the truth. I think you've done enough lying.
I mean, I technically, I told you the truth eventually. But I mean, she's still, much prettier than I am.
Yeah, she's pretty damn gorgeous. So I've noticed.
But also, like before I was this, I did look a little bit better.
Auden's makes a mental note to look up pictures of Herschel before he got turned. For curiosity's sake, she's like, so what does she want you to do on this date exactly?
I have no idea. We talked about my job and how I was doing, and she said she took over the family business and, making clothes. It was very casual.
I think her family business might be more than clothes, Herschel. I think you might need to do a little Mission Impossible spy work. You can handle that?
Does this involve the Pink Panther song?
I would probably suggest finding a different one, but potentially, I don't know. I mean, what are you going to tell Alex and Sid when they notice that you're going out of the house again?
I'm feeding or something.
You are a terrible liar, Herschel. You're going to have to work on that, number one.
Well, I mean, my charisma's like a -2 or something, so...
Okay, so obviously you'll have to do a little bit of feeding while you leave the house, or, you need a little truth in your lie. But I think you better try to figure out what she wants and what she did.
I mean, what if she, best case scenario, just wants me back?
two things. One, that seems like it might not be the best thing to hope for in your given state. And number two,
I'm
think what she
sorry,
did-
in my given state.
you're not exactly an eligible bachelor right now. Leaving, you kind of stay in the basement. And also, the point is, the main thing to think about here is think about what she did to Sid and Alex, and that's not good.
So, like, what really did she do, though?
That's the thing. I don't really know, and I think this
I
might
mean,
be a chance.
as far as I can tell, if she just like summoned Sid and they can't say her name, is that bad?
I mean, something's going on here. Something fishy.
Look, my heart doesn't really work anymore, but I thought I felt it beat the last time I saw her. So,
Oh my god. I just proceed with caution. Why am I giving you dating advice?
you're like the only person I could talk to this about.
Mm. So this means I can't tell anybody, is what you're saying.
Maybe for like right now. You know what? How about on the date I wear a mic and you could listen?
Yeah, sure. You know what? Yeah, I like that. We'll do that. So I'll get you an outfit, I guess, or maybe several in case it goes well.
I would need multiple outfits for one date.
Not for one. Oh my god. What if there's a second date?
Oh, would I need another one? You can't just wear the same one.
Oh my god, no, Herschel. No, you can't.
I mean, it worked like 10 years ago. Stuff changed.
No. Oh my god.
It's been a very, very long time since I went on one of these.
Yeah. Is that why you wear my linen pants?
No.
Herschel, you're a terrible liar.
Okay, yes. She wanted to meet in like 10 minutes, and all I had on was my normal stuff, and I just started digging through boxes, and I found what I found.
All right, well, I will help you, but I would definitely like that mic to listen in, and maybe you could do a little research on that dude that was staring me down. I'm a little curious. That's all I'm going to ask for now. But there might be a favor down the future.
So the favor on asking about the guy who's making eyes at you isn't the favor?
No. This is a lot. So I think this is a two favor kind of situation. Don't tell dad or anything.
Okay, well, it's just don't tell them yet.
Yeah, that counts.
If it turns out she is gonna like do something super bad, I'll say something. But for now, she's just kind of like, dreamy and stuff. So, yeah.
Okay. All right. Cool. Great.
I think on that, we're going to leave the two siblings in the basement plotting how to get away with not telling the dads that they're sneaking out of the house for illicit romantic relationships with people who can control others.
Especially dad. They're controlling
Especially the dads. Anyone ever, this is a sibling conversation. It's the, hey, don't tell the parents, but I need you to come pick me up from the party that I wasn't supposed to be at because I'm too drunk to drive. That conversation.
That's exactly what this is. And I just want it noted, like, Auden's conflicting emotions. Her head is going to explode. The OMG gossip and drama, and OMG I have to keep a secret now, and OMG Herschel has dated one of the world-class designers.
Yeah, Herschel has some relationships, but let's go back upstairs to see what the parents are doing while their kids are plotting in the basement. As you can hear Rebecca kind of ripping apart your kitchen.
How hard is it to find olive oil? Jesus.
Well, you don't put anything in the right place, so like I have no idea.
Olive oil is on the same shelf as all the oily substances.
And she got you hear when like the doors of a cupboard open in the pantry, and she goes, "That organization kind of makes sense now. Didn't need to think about that. Thanks, guys." And she walks back into the room.
It's mostly all for show anyway.
That's great. That's great. There's a lot of show going on. So what exactly is the problem? Oh, well, aside from the fact that I'm checking things, I need you both to bleed into this. And she kind of sets a wine glass in front of you.
Why? What's it gonna do?
Well, that's gonna tell me if she did anything to you.
And while he's arguing, I'll have taken the knife and cut across the hand. And
not a lot, but just, a significant, a
I
smidge.
got it.
I'll similarly cut myself and bleed a bit in the cup.
You see her take the olive oil and the salt and kind of take the olive oil around, drizzle on top of the wine, use her left hand to take the salt and shake it a few times, looks at the two of you, shakes it a couple more, pulls from one of her pockets a Zippo lighter and lights it on fire. And you see the flame change colors. It goes from a bright orange and yellow of a normal flame to kind of a purple into a blue, then to a very dark green, and kind of stays that color.
Fire bad.
Well, is not putting my hands on it, but I can tell you two things that she did.
All right.
Well, one that she did and one that was done before. So you can't say her name.
We're aware of this.
She put a geas on you.
A what?
A binding. Like literally all that she did. She bound her name. You can't say it. It's like a thing. Instead of compelling you to actually do something, it compels you to not do something, which is kind of cool. I should think about that more often. Maybe if I bound it to she's impressive. Talented even.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Can
not
you?
harming you.
But can
No.
you reverse it?
I'd have to take some time and look through it, probably. Not with what I've got right here. You'd have to come to the store, and it might take a little while.
That's fine. Let me know what you need, and I'll have it at your store if you don't already.
I probably
if you
have it.
do.
I have it at the store.
Then I'll replace whatever you use.
Uh-huh. Hey, Sid, could you tell her no?
What?
Could you tell her no?
I don't think you could if you wanted to.
Not while I was in the box with her. I don't recall trying to say no.
You didn't seem too keen on stopping yourself from going in the box, though.
No, I wasn't much in control of my actions.
She's effectively bound your line. Or, well, someone has effectively bound your line to her commands.
Alright, that sucks.
That does suck.
Cry
Like-
out the father and all that.
Oh no, this is like, if I had to say, and she kind of leans over and sniffs and like takes a finger and like dips it and brings it up and like tastes the blood. No, this is a lot older than like your father. This is like 4, maybe 5 centuries.
So basically, your entire lineage, or a very significant piece of it.
Yeah.
Let me guess, that one's not so easy to break.
I would need like books and time and like, can I be bluntly honest, Sid? I have never seen this before in my entire life, and that's a long time.
I fucking hate her.
That might actually help. Strong emotions can be useful. It can block things, but yeah, I would probably say that she has a lot of control over you if she wanted it.
After seeing your performance at Elysium tonight, that makes you quite the liability.
Thinking about putting me down or something?
No. If anyone gets put down in the house, it'd be Herschel.
He hasn't done anything. Why him?
Nanny cam zooms in.
I don't quite trust him completely. He knows more than he's letting on, I think.
Isn't that his whole shtick? To know stuff?
Yeah, but usually we can't shut him up. He just shares it.
It's bugging you that he went out on his own and forgot to lock the door.
No, I don't mind if he leaves. It's just peculiar that he's never gone anywhere before like that. It's all very new.
I mean,
And then we have this shit land on our doorstep.
he's allowed to have his life.
But he is. I can't stop him from coming or going. That's none of my concern. It's just when it trickles back to me, that's where I have a problem.
Could you at least tell me, like, was she a vampire or like? I'm assuming she was a vampire. Blood always talks like that. But like, do you know what clan she was?
A Tremere or a Giovanni?
Although the Primogen assures me that there are no Giovanni in the city.
If she can do blood magic, she can probably pass her blood as something else.
That's what I'm thinking.
Well, I know there are wards against Giovanni vampires.
I mean,
Huh.
What?
Can
Oh, go ahead.
The wards are against Giovanni vampires.
but not Giovanni that are in the bloodline, just not turned.
Yeah. Why would you need to do anything for that?
They already figured there was a bunch of Giovanni ghouls running around.
No, not ghouls.
Not a ghoul. Literally, the Giovanni prefer to keep their lineage, how do you say, in the family. Quite literally.
Yeah, realistically speaking, they only turn members of the family.
Yeah.
So there's always a human line.
You have to keep pumping out the kids somehow.
Yeah, but why should we bother about mortals?
Oh, she's a Giovanni. God, I want to kill this woman.
Yeah, you just need to wait a couple of years and she's gonna die of old age.
Whoever placed that geas on you was not mortal. That I can tell you right off the bat.
Well, that was, and her. It's very interesting. So how long is it before we can say your name?
Until I remove it.
Well, obviously.
If you want to get this done, we can do it tomorrow. Come to the store. Everything will be fine.
All right.
Oh, bring the box and I can deal with that too at the same time.
Oh, yes, the box.
Interesting thing. The box and the binding on your lineage, Sid, share some similarities.
The box was for Herschel.
Well, I wouldn't let Herschel be alone with them then.
I mean, Herschel doesn't know her. The only ones that met her were myself and Sid and Auden.
Herschel
All right.
is your linchpin, Alex.
That would explain the odd look he had when Auden mentioned her name.
I think we should pay a bit more attention to who the children are hanging out with.
You're right. Where is Auden?
Auden!
Roll me perception alertness, Sid.
Coming up.
Is it hearing?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, damn.
5, 6 successes.
You hear vague as you go to call for Auden, you hear a conversation between Herschel and Auden talking about how they're not gonna tell the dads yet, and that maybe they should be looking into maybe getting like a mic when you go talk to her. And yeah, we'll plan a better outfit so in case there's a second date.
Oh shit!
No. This is fine. This is fine.
I'm gonna need to talk with Herschel.
It's just dating advice. That's all it was.
Yeah. Dear Auden.
Except for the part about don't tell dads, and we're going to wear a mic the next time you come.
Auden, bring Herschel upstairs with you, please.
Sure. I think we both have to go.
I mean, are you sure?
He asked for you.
Yeah, just dating advice.
Yeah, I
about-
know. You think this is
And-
the first time I've lied to a parental? Come on.
Yeah, it might be my first time. Yeah, coming. No, I'll stroll upstairs.
I think we're gonna take our break on that as the siblings plotting in the basement come up to have a conversation.
All right. Then we will see y'all in 5 to 10 minutes, everyone. Stick around. We will be right back. Hello, everyone. We're back.
Yeah, I believe we left off with the siblings making their way upstairs as there was a concern from the vamp dads about the people that Herschel has been hanging out with. And, you know, Aegeus and the Blood Mage and like a Tremere who's like really doesn't want to talk to anybody, wants you to talk about her, or, you know, like has this whole thing about controlling your entire lineage. That's a thing.
That's the very concerning part.
You know, just a typical fun family day.
Mm-hmm. But I think Rebecca would make her excuses as the other two vampires come up, and it becomes very obvious that this is a family meeting. That awkward, like, I'm gonna leave now because, like, yeah, I don't need to see this drama. I mean, like, I can, and I should get some popcorn for it, but, like, I have other things to do. And,
Again, thank you for your time, Rebecca.
mm-hmm. Your bill just keeps getting bigger and bigger.
You wanted to see Herschel?
As I walk up, can I use the Silence of Death, which grants a 7-meter radius of silence around the user?
Why?
Do you want to?
No, I just thought it'd be really funny if I did. Like, you listen here, young man.
Yeah, so Herschel and Auden walk in.
Yeah, what's going on, guys?
Auden's immediately like back on Twitter, like trying to look disinterested.
Is this about the package I got?
Partly.
Possibly.
Can I see it?
No.
Rebecca took the box with her.
It's in
Wow.
Rebecca's hands now.
What was in it? A heart?
Yeah. That had some blood magic on it that, well, was going to try and take your mind. Literally.
Do we know who was gonna do that?
Funny that you should mention that. And Sid's the one that heard all of the conversation.
Auden has not looked up from her phone at all.
Why did I call to Auden earlier? I think it was about the dress.
You were going to go call to Auden because,
I didn't know where she was.
yeah,
Kind of disappeared.
and you had some concerns about the children disappearing and who they were hanging out with.
Is there anything you need from me? Because I'd kind of like to go upstairs and get some work done, if that's all right.
Yeah, I really need to start researching this like symbiotic thing you pulled out of the abomination vampire thing. And also looking into the accountants.
Yeah, there's just a lot to do.
Yeah, so much to do.
Anything you two want to share with us? You were downstairs for a little while.
Auden was giving me fashion advice.
Herschel wants to start dressing like a human and not like a beast.
While I applaud the step towards re-entering the regular world, You kind of disappeared back there when we were discussing the dress lady.
Well, I figured, it was kind of your guys' thing with Rebecca, and I thought it was a good time to steal on for a second and ask her, like, what would look good on me.
Which takes a little time to make some choices, but I think we're on the right path.
Did Sid share with me what was going on, or okay? So,
Sorry.
bless you.
Bless you.
Sid is a bit of a rebel, so it's part of my nature and demeanor.
Anything else you need from us, or
I
I
need
gotta
to
pick tomorrow night, so I'd like to get it done early.
speak with Herschel, but we can do that in the basement.
2 meetings in one day, Herschel. You're really moving up in the world.
Apparently, I'm pretty important. Sometimes people need stuff from me.
And I'll glance at Auden and establish eye contact with her, and just, I think you should be good to retire, but just remember that secrets have a way of coming out.
Yeah, if I had any.
We all have secrets.
I mean, you met my sire, so I think you've got my big one. Anyway, I will see all of you tomorrow. She just walks upstairs.
So, Auden's retiring. Alex, what are you doing?
I'm retiring as well.
So what do you want to talk about, Sid?
I don't know what you're up to. I don't really care. But whatever it is you're gonna do, just remember that blood is strong. And if you're trying to get to someone, don't go and drink other people's blood. Well, except for mortals.
All right. I mean, I hadn't super planned on it, but I mean, all right. No vampire blood drinking.
And also, ghouls are a lot of work. You have to take care of them. You have to feed them from time to time.
Yeah, I don't really like people that much. So, like, you guys are about the only ones I can stand. So I don't want to keep any more around.
Yeah. All right then.
Yeah, I'll start working on. Do we want the accountants or the abomination vial first?
Well, this old geese thing is. We probably have to look into the accountants first, because I'm loath to think what Peter's gonna do to me if I don't bring back the accountants to her.
So, like, what could she do to you?
I don't know. According to Rebecca, she has like control over my bloodline or some shit.
That sounds pretty severe.
Yeah.
So you couldn't like not walk to her? Is that right?
That's basically it. It's like my legs couldn't control themselves.
Do you think that would like prevent you from like attacking her if the time arose?
That's what I'm afraid of.
And Alexander wasn't affected at all?
I don't think so. I didn't ask him.
I mean, he still couldn't say her name though, right? Would his bloodline be affected?
No, I think she just curses both. My bloodline thing is something that probably stems from that hole I have in my memory.
So like further down the bloodline, who would that be?
I don't know, Grandpappy Gangrel.
I mean, the older ones are supposed to be more powerful, aren't they?
Yeah, unless the curse was started, years ago. Which I suspect might be.
Oh, But Rebecca said she could break it, right?
Apparently, but it's gonna take a while. Oh, it brings me to another point. That box you got apparently has something in common with what's been happening. Same blood type thing.
But I can't look at the box, right?
Here's the thing. Whoever looked at the box or the heart inside or what have you, tried to take control of us. I think the Giovanni are trying to take control of our little family. Either to tear us apart, or I can't believe this is a theory that I have, but this is all retaliation for the Summer of Sam.
Did you have a big role in that?
Alex and I and a bunch of our friends kind of fucked up a few Tremere back when.
And the Giovanni are...
The Tremere might have gone to the Giovanni for help. To hide their tracks. Blame someone else.
All right, yeah, there's some strings there. Yeah.
I mean, you're the conspiracy specialist. Yeah, mate. Do you want me to buy you a new corkboard?
I might need one. Yeah. We need more information on that. But what would I have? The box was for me. I open the box. I get blood controlled. What would I do to help them on you?
Spy on us. Sabotage us. Set fire to the brownstone. Feed them all the information you have on us, because I figure the entire house is bugged.
I mean, not like the entire house. But I mean, I might know a lot of places.
Yeah.
So the accountants in the house, and then they got kidnapped.
And then the house was trapped afterward.
So was Bloodwit the accountants were for the Tremere family?
The what?
The accountants were with the Tremere family?
More or less. They were working for a bunch of empires, but the Tremere were part of their clients.
So, Tremere accountants go missing. Tremere maybe working with Giovanni to get to us. Account. You know what? I'll try looking at some security footage in the area.
Thanks. You be careful on your date.
Herschel, your phone buzzes.
I sneakily look at it.
Can't wait to see you tomorrow, Herschel.
Looking forward to it. Yeah, Sid, I'll get right on that.
Oh, I forgot one more thing. We're immune to diseases, but we can carry them. When's the last time you got checked?
Never.
Just be careful you don't spread anything that calls in the CDC.
I mean, I'll try not to.
All right. I'm gonna go back upstairs.
Sid, as you get up close upstairs, your phone buzzes. It's an unknown number.
I answer. Zimmerman?
Detective.
You want to be careful, Zimmerman.
The hell you are.
Oh, I fixed a small mind problem for someone in your house. You might want to be careful.
You fixed a small mind problem?
Yeah, the gentleman who didn't know he was a vampire.
Oh, it's you. Hi.
Hmm.
You're the person with no name, right?
Well, I have one. I just didn't choose to give it to you.
Yeah, maybe you should so I can create a contact in my phone.
I don't think we're that personal yet.
I have to create a contact, you see. I get called by a lot of scammers.
Hmm. You can call me Ava.
Like EVA.
Yes.
Well, nice to meet you, Eva.
Should say that all of this horrid blood magic is almost making me sick.
Yeah, what's it to you?
I didn't know that line survived. And I have personal grudges against Suleiman, so there's that.
Suleiman?
Yeah.
Why does that name tell me something out of game?
Because Suleiman I is an Ottoman Empire sultan who invades and expands the Ottoman Empire into Europe and gets close to conquering Vienna.
Oh. Sure.
But if your line survived, odds are that the other one did as well.
Yeah, I'll need a bit of a history lesson in my line and all that shit. Because apparently I wasn't told much.
What did you do? Not study your history?
If I did, I don't remember it.
Well, it's too late now to have that conversation. Your friend Rebecca might know where to find me. I like her. She makes good tea. And she hangs up the phone.
I might have another thing to ask of you, Urshel.
Yeah.
Could you look into anything occult that might have happened around a fella named Suleiman?
Do you have a time frame for that?
Nope. But start somewhere 500 years ago.
So like on the priority list, what
It's somewhere, I don't know. I'm looking for answers. I'm gonna search too, but you're better than me at searching the World Wide Web.
I mean, we could get you some encyclopedias.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess.
I mean, we might actually have a set. I actually don't know. Do we have a library? A study?
That's a good question. I don't think we do. But I could check with the New York City Library. Like, they're open 24 hours, right? In World of Darkness?
Different branches are. Yes. It's New York, and different branches are. There are different branches of the library that are open. The main library at Bryant Park is not, but half of that is because the security necessary to run the the stacks and everything that's there. You would know that they stay open pretty late, like 10 during the summer and like 8 or 9 during the winter.
Okay.
You probably have a New York City Public Library card. You've lived in the city long enough. And realistically, it's one of those things that you can auto-renew, so nobody would pay attention to how old your library card really is. There's a Lower Manhattan branch a couple blocks from you, but you can't guarantee what they'd have.
Okay.
It depends what you're looking for.
Well, I figure if I'm looking for something more occult, Rebecca might have something in her library.
Probably.
Oh, mind you, I have, I'm gonna make a call.
Do you leave Herschel before you make this call?
Yeah. Hey,
On the old rotary phone?
Yep.
So upstairs in your office, then.
Upstairs in my office.
Who are you calling?
I am calling... Let me open my, I'm calling someone. I want to say her name is Sabrina, but I'm not.
Ooh. Yeah, you're going to call
100%
Sabrina.
Sure.
Yeah, you're calling Sabrina.
Is that it? Is that her name?
Sabrina Tesoro? Yeah.
Tesoro, yeah. I'm gonna leave her a message if she can meet with me tomorrow night at and I'm gonna give her the address of my old office in New York.
Okay. The Lower West Side.
Yep.
Just north, or Lower East Side, excuse me, not West Side, Lower East Side. Just south underneath the Brooklyn Bridge. Couple minutes later, a text responds. 11:30?
Sure.
So you retire for the evening. It's been an eventful night. Challenges and blood magic, plotting and whatnot. As the sun sets on Monday and you start to rise. First, Sid and Herschel, as you both arise relatively early, what are you planning to do tonight?
This is Monday.
Yes.
I'll just do a quick search on the Cohen and Spiegler boys.
Okay. Roll me that computers, intelligence computers.
And with my computer aptitude, everything's at a -2.
Mhm.
I've only just begun reading the rules.
Yep, those are important to know. 2 successes with a 10 to reroll. 3 successes. Jacob Cohen and Mikhail Spielberg you find a couple, like industry journals for CPAs with articles that they've written. You find some Yelp reviews that are very positive about their accounting ability. You find their address, the business address listed. You find a couple society page announcements of their wedding that was 3 years ago. And how large, it was at the Botanical Gardens. It was a very large affair. The Fifth Avenue Synagogue rabbi came and performed the ceremony. You find a lot of just positive reviews about 2 guys who are happily married and sharing a business together. You might find some hints with 3 successes. You know where to look, particularly in Nosferatu circles, and you can see, other comments from vampires that clients. Again, very positive, professional, seems well liked. And
if I get on the Nosferatu secret Reddit, can I make a post inquiring about them?
You can.
What's the deal on these guys?
All right. I mean, it's going to take a little while for people to get back to you, but yeah, you can.
Yeah. I forgot what it's called, but it sounded like secret Reddit to me.
Shreknet.
Shreknet, yeah.
That's it.
Which hasn't been breached in this world of darkness. Yet. Sid, you're arising for the evening. You have a very busy day planned, visiting both Rebecca and Sabrina.
Yep. We didn't have a time for Rebecca though. We only told her that we'd be around.
Yeah, she said to come to her. She told you to come to her store when you awoke.
Yeah, so I think I'll go see Sabrina first.
Okay. So are you gonna leave without? Are you going? Are you letting Alex know that you'll meet him there, or are you waiting and going and coming back?
Going and coming back.
Okay. You get up early before anyone else, so the only other person who would hear you is Herschel, but he's focused at the moment.
Yeah, Sid does his thing. It's fine.
So you go across town to your old office.
Yep.
Just south of Brooklyn Bridge. It's kind of cliche at this point, but you still maintain it. Glass windows that are frosted with a old, what was painted on Sid Zimmerman Investigations. heavy door that sticks in the humidity because it's still August and it's still hot. Leather couches, and the room hasn't been dusted in a while. You might want to get Dolly on that. Large desk with notes kind of shoved haphazardly around, but somehow cleaner than your desk at the Brownstone. And you're waiting 5, maybe 10 minutes in that old wooden captain's chair that on wheels that spins around. If you've ever seen a Sam Spade movie, picture that chair. And you hear the distinct sounds of high heels walking up to the door.
Well, I figure she opens the door.
She does, and there's Sabrina. Dark hair. Kind of a slight retro look for her, which is a little weird. Styled vintage curls, almost victory rolls, long coat over an A-line skirt and high heels. Not what she usually wears when you meet.
I say out loud, it was at this moment that a dame entered my office.
You gonna pour a drink for me?
I look around. You want me to grab you a fresh human off the street?
Nah, I'm good. And she kind of sits very precisely in that chair across from you and makes a point of crossing her legs at the knee.
It's dusty. Okay.
That's okay. I have a cleaners for that.
Had a couple questions for you.
What do you need?
Giovanni's in the city.
There are no Giovanni vampires in this city.
Notice I didn't say Giovanni vampires.
Ah, someone's being precise. Yes, as far as I'm aware, there are 2 human lineages.
One of them's trying to fuck with me.
What'd you do to piss them off?
I don't know, but I wanted to know if, your sect had anything to do with it.
Not to my knowledge. We don't do business with Giovanni.
Yeah, apparently so do we, but yet here we are.
Yeah, but I think somebody on your side is a little less concerned with that statement.
Yeah.
I've heard a rumor. I can't guarantee it's true.
Go on.
That someone on your side made a mistake.
I can think of a few.
In this case, they didn't pay attention to mortals. And, well, turned someone whose family was a little bit more in the know than they should have been.
I wonder if the wards would kick someone out if they were turned within the...
The wards only target Giovanni. If you're not turned by a Giovanni, are you a Giovanni?
Fucking Tremors.
Seems to be a small loophole you might want to look at. Maybe not that quickly, but you might want to look at.
Yeah, We're already looking into it, but I'm glad to know it's not some sort of ploy from the Sabbat, or, well, if you're being honest.
I have yet to lie to you.
And then I had another question, which is, I don't know, perhaps related.
All right.
Does the name Suleiman tells you anything?
Ottoman Empire? 15th century? Before the Council of Thorns. What in particular am I supposed to be thinking of? Give me some context here.
Were they ever turned?
Suleiman? No. But he had Gangrel in his army.
Like Gangrel, capital G?
No. Not capital. But I mean, I don't think anyone's seen your... Wait, are you acknowledging the Antediluvians exist? Can I just have this moment of enjoyment that a member of the Camarilla acknowledges this is true?
No, I think you've got something wrong.
Oh. Well, I thought it
We
was too
all
good
come
to be.
from somewhere. What we don't believe in is that they're gonna wake up and destroy the world.
Oh, well, there's that.
They're dead and gone now.
I don't think everyone agrees with that statement.
Well, the moment Grandpappy comes back to life, we'll see about that.
I will be in an entirely different state. Probably a different continent. But, yeah. Persian army, Ottomans conquering the world. Some of his shock troops were gangrels. I know something went weird in Vienna when he tried to sack the city. I mean, it should have been relatively easy. You had a whole bunch of gangrels you could release on it, but something went wrong.
Yeah. That's, kind of what I am looking into.
Good luck. You know who controls the history of Vienna.
Giovanni? Or the La Sombra?
The Tremere.
Nah, they don't count.
Well, I appreciate the thought, but you want North Africa, portions of Italy, Spain. I can help you there. Oh, and big section of China, but Vienna? The Tremere kind of have a stranglehold on that city.
Well, thanks for that. It helps.
That's all you needed? History lesson?
That and to know who was gunning after me.
As far as I'm aware, no one on our side. Although, your friend Alex, is drawing some attention lately.
From your side?
Certain people think he might be beneficial.
Oh, it's the whole recruitment drive again. Is it that time of the year?
I am always entertained when they try.
Well, Alex not for hire.
I don't think the money was being discussed this time.
No. I don't know how many of you shovelheads are gonna be thrown in our brownstone, but you can tell your bishops that they can always try.
I mean, I'll be honest. I kind of want to see. Can I take bets? I got to see the video footage from last night. Pretty good.
We should really stop allowing people to come in with their smartphones.
Hey, the pay-per-view is making some serious money for some people.
I didn't see a dime of that, and I was in the arena.
I want to address that business of yours. But, have yourself a good night, Sid. I have a date.
I figured just as you were.
It'll be entertaining to see if he survives the night. And she just kind of winks at you as she sachets out of the room.
I'll look around my office for a couple of minutes after she's gone. Get up and call Alex to let him know that I'm on my way. That I'll meet him at Rebecca.
Alex, you awaken this night. Oddly, there's no sounds of Sid or Herschel. Well, Herschel's in the basement. You might not hear him all the time. There's no sounds of Sid. Shortly after you awaken, you hear Auden's alarm go off with the musical selection of the day, which is always entertaining.
Yep. Today it's a little Tegan and Sarah for everybody.
Wonderful. And is Sid texting me or calling me?
Does Sid text?
No, I'm calling.
Okay.
The fuck? Who texts?
It's like one
Everybody.
letter, you know. One letter at a time.
So maybe 10 minutes after you wake up, you get a text from Sid that says he will meet you at Rebecca's.
All right. I'll have to meet him there, whatever he ran off to. Well. And I'll head downstairs.
Are you taking the children with you?
I would stop by Auden's room and knock on the door. And then, wait for the music to go down just for a moment. And
It
then just
does
let her
take
know.
a second, but
Yeah.
yes.
I'm heading off to Rebecca's. You're more than welcome to join. Or if you have other plans, that's fine.
I have to make one quick drop off to the basement, and then I'm good to go.
Okay. Let Herschel know that he can come as well if he wants.
I'll do that. So, Auden is gonna take her pile of things that she has for Herschel downstairs.
All right.
As she passes, what's in said pile of things? I'm curious.
Herschel wants fashion help, so I have what I have. Hopefully, this will help.
So, Auden, you come downstairs as Herschel is pulling up Yelp reviews and things on the computer.
I don't know if you're interested, but I've been told that you are welcome to join us to come to Rebecca's.
What time was the date set up?
You don't recall a time being set, and you remember that she said she would text you on Monday.
I think I'll stay here. Here, you'll need this to listen in. I'll hand her some device.
All right. And take a look at these. I put little pins to tell you what goes with what.
Yeah, that'll help. So which one is tonight? Is it this?
Go with the set with the red pin in it. I think that'll probably be your best bet for. Somehow I am helping you make your ex jealous that she let you go. Wow. This is a turn of events I was not expecting. So yeah, definitely go with the one with the red pins. But make sure you take the pins out before you leave. That was just to keep things straight.
Yeah, I'll try to do that.
I guess good luck. Do you need luck for? Just
a lot of it.
Just don't do anything stupid. I feel like I'll get in trouble if you do, and then I'll have to tell them that you're up to no good, and you know how it goes. It's just a lot more work. So
what would be something stupid to do?
I don't know. Let her control you. She seems to have that knack.
Yeah, that'd suck.
Herschel. Just, if you're gonna let her in, maybe not the first date, have a little bit of class. Just a little. Usually it's 3 dates is how that works.
3 dates. So this is number 2.
I thought you said this was number 1.
Number 1. I mean, the first one is more just saying hi. So I don't know if I'd call it a date. So maybe
that could be 0.5. This is
1.5. Okay. So halfway through the next date.
Maybe the date after that. Let's just see what happens. Something tells me that if anything happened to you, Alex and Sid would throw a fit, and that's just a whole mess that I don't want to deal with. And yeah.
Okay. Two dates and nothing stupid.
Yeah. Have your guard up, that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Totally.
Oh my God. She's just gonna walk upstairs.
About the time you get upstairs, I'm assuming the car has pulled up in front of the brownstone. Your usual drivers, and Alex is waiting at the door to enter the car.
Well, he's not coming. He says he has other things to do, but it's not necessarily a bad thing.
Other things to do? I know.
He looks like he was in some research or something.
Hopefully you can come up with something for these CPAs.
Yeah, he was on Yelp, so, that seems to be whatever he's doing, so he'll be fine. Shall we?
After you.
So you make your way across town to Rebecca's. Very fun store, again, just outside of Chinatown, with this kind of hippie, new age, chic front window. A small Star of David in the corners. She's waiting behind the counter. You see her dealing with a customer, and she has the most placid smile on her face that you have ever seen.
Hi, Rebecca.
Miss St. James, it's a pleasure to see you again.
Yeah.
Mrs. Kratz was just leaving.
All right, then.
And she just kind of comes around the corner and hands a brown paper bag package wrapped in twine to this woman. You get the impression that she's slightly middle-aged, wearing a looks very Orthodox Jewish, not Hasidic, but Orthodox. See, and she slightly older. Rebecca helps her out the door and smiles. It'd probably be waiting at the door as Sid walked in and just kind of gives you that very pleasant, very placid smile, Sid. And closes and locks the door behind behind you. So, that was a thing.
Yeah. Is that your customer service face?
No, that was my God, I'm sorry. I'm older than you are by like a lot. And I don't need you to be telling me about when I need to get married and have babies. Face.
Ah.
But you look so young.
Me or her?
You.
Oh, it's good. Never ask a woman her age. All right, Sid. What are we doing? We fixing this Gias thing? We're going to fix the Gias thing first. That we can do.
For me and Alex, yeah.
Cool. All right, let's come in here. And she gestures you back again through her kitchen space into the back room. This very dark scent of earth and new growth, slight moisture in the air somehow feels just inherently alive. It's kind of, you see her hand again drift across the main table, and as she does, lights form and light up, and you get the impression of old skylight windows in a warehouse, hand crank ones that push outwards. A larger, and you realize that the space is much, much larger than the rest of the building. All right. So, any other news about my friends before I get started on this that might be beneficial to make sure that, like, I don't permanently hurt you?
Well, here's hoping it works out.
By the way, the clothes are perfectly fine. She didn't do anything to them.
Oh, well, that's good.
Still gonna wear them.
Yeah, they're
Certainly
kind of a
hope
big
so.
deal.
Paid a shitload of money for those.
Yeah, they're nice clothes. Obviously, I'm gonna wear them. I'm just wanting to be safe.
As you know,
Auden's also gonna like fiddle with the device that Herschel gave her and try to get it set up.
You would notice, Auden, as you're fiddling with it, in this room, it doesn't seem to be working.
I think I'm gonna step outside if that's all right.
sure.
Okay, great. So she's gonna walk outside and stand outside the door.
You can appear to get a signal once you're outside of that room.
Do I hear anything yet, or is it just
Well,
waiting?
you hear Herschel tapping on the computer, making comments to himself. He found a new cryptozoology site that he's lambasting for its inaccuracies concerning lupine and vampire breeding practices.
Great. I'm gonna ignore this thing for like another half hour and then check in again.
Sid and Alex, Rebecca leads you further into this room and beyond the main table that she made those Stars of David for you at earlier, a couple days ago, almost a week now. And she leads you back, and you see large overhanging herb planters, some large, almost potted trees that smells like cedar and elm, and back further into this dark area of the, well, you don't think you're actually in the store anymore, into this space. And she gestures for you that there's this kind of grassy area that's in the middle of the floor, with a white cloth kind of laid out on it. So I kind of need you to lay down and not scream.
Not scream. All right. This sounds fun.
Well, I mean, I'm breaking her magic and not just like removing it, because I didn't cast it, so I can't remove it. I need to break it. And I'm not 100% sure, like, how strong her magic is. I mean, like, it's strong, but like, in comparison to me, I don't know.
Well, I have faith.
That's good. You copacetic with this, Sid?
Do what you need to do.
Cool. She comes up to you and you see that she's got this dagger in her hand. It's very ornamental, but you see that the blade is an obsidian and it looks very sharp, with the silver handle, and very simple looking, but very sharp. And she starts speaking. Sid would recognize it as Hebrew. You understand the words individually, but none of this makes sense. It's like obviously not, well, it's not any prayers that you've ever learned. It's not anything from the Torah. It's literally she's casting something, you're assuming. I need you both to roll me manipulation occult +2 with a DC of 6.
Two successes.
3 successes.
2 successes. As she gestures and you hear the chant or whatever she's saying reach a fever pitch, she takes this dagger in her hand laterally and cuts vertically almost across the plane parallel to the two of you. And you both feel something sharp shatter. Sid, it hurts like a bitch. Like somebody just drove all of the wind out of your lungs that you went flying and hit a table. Alex, it hurts, but it's not that bad. You feel something. Sid, I need you to roll me perception occult.
No modifiers?
+1.
4 or 6. Well, maybe a bit more. Yeah, 5 successes.
5 successes. You feel something as you're gasping to try and get back the breath that you don't need, but you still think you should. You feel, you hear something almost like screech in frustration. And you feel something in your mind. And you realize, looking around, and that screech of frustration, that sound that you just heard, even though you didn't hear it with your ears, you've heard that before. You've experienced this same kind of break before, but you don't remember when or where. And you know that the person who cast that spell knows that you broke it and is pissed.
Uh-oh.
What's uh-oh?
She knows. Francesca knows. Oh shit, I can say Francesca.
Good.
I mean, that's okay. Are you okay otherwise?
Knowing that we have a witch stronger? Yeah, I'm pretty good.
You're probably in danger.
You don't need to use that term, Alex.
Is there a politically correct term you would prefer that I use?
Well, I mean, which just literally means wise woman, and that's like kind of what I am, but more accurately, the word you're actually looking for is mage. Anybody could be a hedge witch. That's not what I am.
You're damn good at what you do, so keep doing it.
But they might be coming after you.
Would probably be wise, yeah.
They know
I
you
haven't
broke
fought
the
a
spell.
Tremere in years. Hey Sid, do you think your prince would get angry if like I make a giant display of why not to cross my threshold without permission?
You're not part of our society.
Oh, that's good.
I don't think the prince is going to want to start anything with mages, so... Then again...
Hey, you wouldn't happen to have any books on, like, Vienna in the 1500s?
1500s Vienna. Nothing interesting happens in the 1500s.
Yeah, Suleiman.
15th century?
Yeah, 15th century, sorry. Oh, jeez.
Oh, well, that's a different Suleiman. He's a jackass. Do you honestly? Well, I mean, he wasn't that bad. He did some good things for the Jewish population and some really not good so things. And she kind of mutters as she's walking, and you see as she walks away from this grassy spot in the middle of her floor, lights seem to follow as she walks. And you see there's a large shelf of books, and she just kind of runs her hand across it, and it's like a conveyor belt keeps moving the books across this shelf, even though there's only the shelf is maybe 6 feet wide, but they keep coming. Vienna, Suleiman, what are we looking for in particular, Sid?
Anything occult tying him in the city of Vienna.
Well, we got things about Vienna and protections against sacking the city. This is weird. And she kind of pulls a book out and starts flipping through it. Well, they did some, like, the Tremere did something weird to keep the gangrels out that Suleiman had.
What? Or
I'm
more
not
like...
sure it says exactly how, but I can tell you what the result is. Oh shit, Sid.
What?
Sucks to be you.
That's a given.
They bound the gangrels by blood.
Yeah, no, I already knew that.
No, I mean, like, they literally... They took Suleiman's dogs and made them theirs.
Yeah, no, I already knew that.
What else do you want to know? That's what they did. Doesn't tell me how. Just tells me that they did.
Well,
And that they've basically been serving this one line of Tremere since.
I'm gonna have to make sure to end it.
What line of Tremere is that?
I mean, it's not that specific. It's a bunch of Tremere tied to specifically. Huh. Well, they're allies. And she seems to be flipping back and forth through multiple pages. A bunch of Tremere who are allies with like a family of Giovanni. That's fucked up.
Well, I mean, that's implied. The Giovanni are involved.
Oh god, Alex, I didn't need that thought.
Well then, we know that their descendants, or they themselves, are here in New York tonight. And they're looking for accountants.
Well, matter of fact, I think you just broke their spell.
Okay. I can feel happy about that. I'm gonna feel happy about that. I mean, I haven't pissed off Tremere and Giovanni before.
There's a first time for everything.
Uh-huh. So, Sid, do you have a phone number for, like, the sheriff, the borough captain, maybe the Scourge?
That was my next step. But I needed to be able to say Francesca.
It is quite a relief to be able to say Francesca, isn't it?
Okay, so her name's Francesca. What?
The geese
sword-
prevented us from saying her name.
Yeah.
Okay. That's her first name. Do you know anything else about her? Because that's, like, there are millions of women whose name is Francesca.
Miss Sally.
Aw, shit. I like those suits.
Apparently so does Auden.
At least she has good taste.
Good suits by a bad person. It happens. We all know Coco Chanel is not great.
Well, I won't take any more of your time. Thanks.
Yeah. Thank you.
Again. For everything.
You're gonna have such a bill at the end.
Figure.
I mean, could we put you just on retainer?
No.
Worth a try.
Alex, leave before I get insulted.
Very well.
Has anything changed with Auden's listening in device?
Nope. Nothing's changed from Auden's end. As you leave the building, can I ask the three of you to roll me perception alertness?
Dun, 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 dun.
Hearing or sight?
You could use either.
Success.
I'll use hearing.
I certainly hope you would.
5 successes.
Wait, did I not? Oh, duh. I didn't click it. No successes.
Auden's distracted trying by Herschel's talking in her ear about lupine and vampire procreation and cryptozoology, and being slightly disgusted that apparently Herschel is this in depth about his reasons why this particular website is wrong.
Yep.
You didn't need to know half of this biological information. It's like, nope, I was good without this. Thanks.
Yep, just watch your porn in peace.
Pretty much.
He stumbled onto a Twilight fanfic site. That's all. It's not a cryptozoology site.
Oh no, is that what it is?
I mean, it's probably not Twilight. It sounds, you're listening to it even better. No, even worse than that. It's Vampire Diaries.
Oh god.
That's pretty rough.
I was gonna guess Supernatural.
No, the Supernatural would be better. This is definitely
rough.
Vampire Diaries.
Yeah.
Alex, as you approach the car, you see a figure kind of standing in the dark. You're not 100% sure who they are or why they're there, but you see them vaguely. Sid, you hear first this low kind of growl, like that subvocal growl that some gangrel can produce. And you look around and you clock 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 standing around outside at various points watching the door of Rebecca's. You also see, kind of more obvious in public, the gentleman that Alex is looking at is Akbar Kianan, excuse me, waiting for you as you leave Rebecca's.
Well, I didn't realize we were going to have company on our adventure tonight.
Me neither.
Hmm.
Hi, friends.
I think on that is where we're going to end it for today.
All right.
Mm.
Yay.
How we doing?
Good.
A little nervous of where we're leaving.
Yes, Sam, I was doing all right till there was 7 of them.
They're all gangrels. They're friends of mine. We cool.
Friends.
We cool.
Yeah.
Ooh.
We cool. I want to see Ursul's date.
Oh, we all want to see Herschel's date.
Yep.
It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine.
Yep, let's go around the table. Tell us who you are, where we can find you on the internet. Let's start with Herschel.
Yeah, I'm at Thragon in chat, at Thragon on Twitter. I don't post a lot, but I like and retweet and sometimes comment on things. So, again, Alyssa, Deirdre, like, thanks for playing along. It was super fun. Loved it. So, thanks again.
Scott, where can we find you?
So you can find me at Berserker_Rage on Twitter and Twitch, and you can find me here on Saturdays with all these other lovely people playing this wonderful game, being told by our wonderful storyteller. In most cases, that's usually where you'll find me, and if I have anything else, I usually post to Twitter, but maybe not.
All right, and Alyssa.
Yep. Xander Slamilton on Twitter, Xander Slamilton here on Twitch. I'm here Saturdays. I am just a little bit distracted by a dog that wants all of my attention right now, but I'm here hanging out with all of these wonderful people and so excited to see where this goes.
And finally, last but not least, Deirdre.
Oh, hey, all. You know me. I'm at Deirdre Donlan on Twitter or Praxagora Thesmophoria as you see me hanging out in the Twitch chat. I can't wait to see what happens next. We'll find out soon. As for me, you will find me Tuesday back here for some Dark Matter shenanigans, I believe. And then back here on Saturday as I can't wait to see what happens next. But I also posted on my pinned tweet right now is the game that I wrote about playing Greek mythological heroines. Sometimes you don't need a sword, but a sewing needle to win. I also just released last night a supplement for Firebrands, which is an alternate setting, shaking the Firebrands RPG and setting it in Sicily, just before the First Punic War between the Romans, the Carthaginians, and the local Sicilians. So let me know what you all think. I really appreciate it.
And I am Simon at Wandering DM. Thank you everyone for coming. Thank you to all of you for watching. Thank you for those that hung out in chat. For those of you watching on YouTube, it's always greatly appreciated. We will be back on Tuesday for some Dark Matter, and I will keep you posted for our new show, which is Cyberpunk Red, that will be playing the game by Talsorian. It's coming soon. There's going to be a lot of cool things to announce before it happens, so stick around, look at my Twitter, follow me on Twitter if you want to get all the updates for that. And before we leave, let's go raid Mike, that I cannot raid. So I'm gonna ask all of you to go on Unmade Gaming, the channel. They're doing a charity stream today. Just go on their channel, watch all the cool games that they're playing, and we will see you again next week. Ciao, everyone.